Jennifer Lawrence's appearance on The Tonight Show marked a moment that blended vulnerability, humor, and raw emotion in a way that captivated audiences and left host Jimmy Fallon visibly navigating uncharted territory. The 35-year-old actress, known for her unfiltered charm and powerhouse performances in films like The Hunger Games, stepped onto the stage with an air of anticipation mixed with palpable nervousness. From the very outset, it was clear this wouldn't be a standard celebrity chat. Instead, it unfolded like a heartfelt confessional wrapped in layers of self-deprecating wit and unexpected tears. Lawrence's tendency to wear her heart on her sleeve has long been one of her most endearing traits, but on this particular evening, it amplified into something profoundly human, turning what could have been a routine interview into a memorable exchange that resonated deeply with viewers. As the conversation kicked off, Lawrence openly confessed to feeling jittery about the whole affair. She delved into reflections from a recent profile in The New Yorker, where she had candidly explored her younger self's insecurities during press junkets. Back then, she recalled, she often worried that her bubbly, sometimes rambling style came across as irritating or overwhelming to interviewers. This admission set a tone of introspection right away, peeling back the layers of the glamorous Hollywood facade to reveal the relatable anxieties that linger even for an Oscar-winning star. It was a poignant reminder that beneath the red carpet poise and blockbuster success, Lawrence grapples with the same self-doubt many people do when thrust into the spotlight. Her voice wavered slightly as she spoke, and it wasn't long before the first hints of emotion bubbled to the surface. She fought valiantly to hold back the tears, her eyes glistening under the studio lights, but the weight of those past vulnerabilities proved too much in the moment. In a bid to lighten the mood, or perhaps to steel herself, Lawrence declared with a mix of defiance and humor that she had resolved not to utter a single word during the entire segment. It was a classic Lawrence quip, delivered with that signature deadpan delivery that has endeared her to fans over the years. Fallon, ever the quick-witted host with his boyish enthusiasm, shot back immediately, insisting that silence simply wasn't an option. "No, you have to say something," he pleaded, his tone a perfect blend of encouragement and playful exasperation. The exchange drew laughs from the live audience, but it also underscored the genuine rapport between the two. Fallon, who has hosted countless A-listers, is no stranger to high-energy guests, yet Lawrence's raw honesty seemed to catch him off guard, pulling him into a more authentic interaction than scripted banter. Yet, true to her unpredictable nature, Lawrence soon found herself at a loss for words altogether. What followed was a cascade of dramatic, almost theatrical sobs that echoed through the studio, transforming the interview into what many are calling a car crash moment, not in the sense of disaster, but in the gloriously messy, unpolished way that makes live television so compelling. These weren't quiet sniffles, they were full-throated wails that spoke volumes about the intensity she brings to everything she does on screen and off. Fallon, caught between concern and his host's instinct to keep things rolling, looked flustered in the most endearing way, his usual polished demeanor cracking under the pressure of genuine surprise. It was a scene that highlighted the magic of late-night TV, the ability to pivot from polished promotion to unscripted revelation in the blink of an eye. The emotional peaks began to crest as Lawrence launched into an elaborate anecdote about her deep personal investment in her upcoming film, Die My Love. Directed by the visionary Lynne Ramsay, whom Lawrence has long admired as a creative force in cinema, the project represents a passion pursuit that goes beyond mere professional obligation. She painted a vivid picture of Ramsay's genius, describing how the director cracked it, in a way that unlocked the story's profound depths. Die My Love centers on a young mother whose life unravels into a harrowing descent into madness after relocating to the isolation of the countryside with her husband. It's a role that demands everything from Lawrence: physical transformation, emotional excavation, and a fearless dive into the psyche of fractured parenthood. As she recounted the journey from initial script fascination to on-set immersion, her words tumbled out with increasing fervor. "I can't believe I'm still talking," she exclaimed at one point, half laughing at her own enthusiasm, but the passion was infectious. Overwhelmed by the sheer magnitude of the film's themes and her connection to them, Lawrence's composure gave way once more. She began to weep openly in her seat, the sobs rising like waves crashing against the shore of her usual composure. It was a visceral display of the toll that such intense roles take, even on someone as seasoned as she is. The audience held its breath, sensing the authenticity in her breakdown. This wasn't performative, it was the overflow of a soul deeply attuned to the character's torment. Fallon, sensing the shift, jumped in with a desperate plea for levity. "No, stop crying. Stop crying. No, this is fun. You're having fun on a talk show. Stop crying." Just trust me, this is fun, he urged, his voice a mix of urgency and warmth. His words landed like a lifeline, pulling her back from the edge. Lawrence paused, wiped her eyes and responded with a simple, okay, dissolving into laughter that rippled through the room. It was a testament to their chemistry. Fallon's quick thinking turned potential awkwardness into a shared moment of triumph. But the emotional tides turned again swiftly, as they often do in conversations laced with personal stakes. Lawrence pivoted to another story from the set of Die My Love, this one laced with cultural misunderstandings that bordered on the absurd. Filming in Canada introduced a linguistic quirk that nearly derailed logistics. What Americans like Lawrence call a trailer, the mobile dressing room on location, is referred to simply as your room by the locals. This seemingly minor difference snowballed into a hilarious comedy of errors involving her producing partner and the line producer. The latter had sent a frantic text suggesting that 3 background child actors, left without accommodations, could bunk in her room. Unaware of the terminology gap,